Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl Autumn Le Poete, and y'all are with y'all vibing with the queen tonight. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? And as y'all can see, we got a new person in the building. I'm gonna let him introduce himself real quick.
What up, world? I go by Idris French. It's nice to be here. Thank you for having me again,
No
Queen.
problem, no problem. One thing that I love to say is, one band, one sound. If I eat, we all eat. And if I have the key, the token to helping you put some food on your plate, definitely on the game with you as well. So, just to get this party started just a little bit tonight, um, there it is. I'm sorry, having to multitask. Go ahead and hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, guys. Um, so our topic for tonight is what is wealth in your eyes? Now, wealth can be tangibility or it can be something dealing with an internal feeling. It can be a moment. We like, what is wealth for you, King?
wealth, wealth to me is knowing self, but also being able to give that good energy that you obtain finding yourself and like
Right.
give it on to others. Not being selfish. Like you want a better like a little boy, a little girl that grew up like you or potentially like can go down the wrong path when like you is faced with a similar decision. So it's like the wealth is the gift of like knowledge, the wisdom, like being able to know how to connect with the youth,
Right.
even with our elders, our peers, being
Absolutely.
able to like bring it full circle and really just try to be the change, but starting with yourself. So it's like for me, that's what wealth is in my eyes. It ain't anything tangible. It's all something that you can just feel.
Facts. It's facts. I mean, and I agree with you. Wealth for me is dealing with morality, not necessarily something that's tangible. You can be wealthy by mindset, you can be wealthy by just spiritual being. So yeah, you don't need to be able to buy me anything for you to be considered wealthy. If you can spread knowledge to me, that's wealth. That's untouchable wealth
Right.
because, not everything in that aspect is something that can be touched, is something more so that can be spread and it'll grow based on how you spread it. And I look at people like the late Mahatma Gandhi, the late Nipsey Hussle. They were
Right.
spreading knowledge, you feel me? And that is what made them wealthy outside of what they had for physicality. So
100%.
definitely wealth is not tangible. Hold
At
on.
all.
Absolutely.
Um,
Um,
I wanted to piggyback or just interject real quick. I don't know. I was just gonna say like the knowledge part. Like just imagine like where we would be if we knew like something as simple as how to do taxes or credit. Just
so
learn
they
it
didn't teach us in high school,
in high school. What if we learned that in high school? I didn't find out about until senior
college,
senior year in college. You
right?
know
We
what
had
I'm
to
saying?
take
So
that accounting class, boy. Woo! Oh my
like
goodness.
have we known that where would we be? So it's like, I talked about the knowledge and like being able to teach the youth. It's like, when I have children, I want to be able to share those that kind of information with them that I know will be like a powerful tool
Absolutely.
for them later on.
Absolutely. And even like in regards to yeah, like you said, the future, our kids, these kids who are growing up now are doing the same thing that we technically had to do. We're having to figure it out. And one thing about this show is giving people certain knowledge just to help them, guide them on the way. So that's why this is such an important thing for me. This is my outlet, or at least one of them, being able to teach young and old. You never know what knowledge that you're dropping is going to help someone.
Right.
So always being open and humble enough to teach as well as learn is another factor of wealth for me. You know, anyone who could always be taught will always be wealthy. Um, and it's up to you to configure what energy or what knowledge is something for you to obtain or for something, you know, for you to like release. So absolutely, absolutely. Just being in that opportunity to do so is the blessing in its own. Um, so, you know, it's going to be a little bit different show tonight. As y'all can see, my other crew is not here. Just keep them in your prayers. They
Ah,
good, they're fine. You know, just life happens. But what is wealth to you guys? I'm gonna need some people to hit that comment button real quick, just to give us a little insight into what you feel wealth is. And in the meantime, we're gonna you know, share real quick.
wow.
We're gonna share a little hit that little share button. It is on Facebook as well, King, if you would like to share it as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see you the link. But absolutely. What is wealth? $1 million question, ain't it?
Financial literacy. That's
Absolutely.
the word I was digging for.
What financially?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That we,
Yeah, that's something that they didn't teach us till we got to college, because they feel like, I mean, and this is where controlling the masses comes in. You know, don't have necessarily the initial, you know, portions of knowledge to be able to, you know, teach yourself or to teach others. You got to go to someone who's put in position to teach you. And not every time you can go to someone who is in that position, you might end up teaching them something. You never know. You know, had that situation happen in college. Yo, like, as it's glam, you know, this is glam autumn, but outside of the camera, I'm very bare. I'm very natural. You feel me? And there was one teacher, I'm not gonna shout her out, but I'm gonna shout her out. You know, I'm gonna
Okay.
shout her out without saying her name. But she kind of crossed me a little bit because she automatically assumed, based off of what I was wearing, based off of my energy coming in. Well, I don't even think it was the energy. I think it was more a physicality thing, that I wasn't going to be the student that was, you know, in pushing wealth and being open, you know, all of that stuff. So she tried me. And I'm not gonna lie, she did. And she pushed me to write a piece, because I need you to understand something. Don't ever judge a book by its cover. You never know who's gonna come in the building. You know, you never know what knowledge that person has to drop. You never know what piece that person can bring to your puzzle. So humility, you know, that
Right.
thing cracked me up. But those are also factors of wealth for me. It's not, like I said, it's not tangible. It's something that it's you, it's your poise, it's your, you know, that oomph.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that is your wealth, you know.
100%.
Absolutely. Hold on, I'm really trying to send you this link. But yeah, man, it was, tell you, college, boy,
it,
college.
it's a beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. That's something else. That college taught me the responsibility, like being able to
Hmm.
have that independence. It's like you see, everyone wasn't able to finish the journey. However, it's like not saying that their journey is over. It's just different for everybody, you know.
Facts.
So it's like the fact that we was able to do it in the amount of time that we did it and stay focused is like
Facts.
helps with the love.
I mean, and then, you know, that's another thing. Everyone's journey isn't going to be the same.
Right.
So, you know, it may have taken you 4 years to graduate. It may have taken someone 6. It may have taken someone 3, because they're just that type of person, you know. But at least at the end of the day, they finished, you know.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. That's your
At
family.
the end of the day, you didn't allow it to break you in any way, and you finished off strong. That's all that matters. Especially that secondary college. I sent you the link.
Yes.
Um, Secondary college. Well, I mean, secondary schooling, including college. That and oh boy, It's already bad enough, in high school, you didn't want to go to school, but
Right.
you had to, but now you're making the choice, the actual choice to
And
go.
you're talking about graduate school, right?
No, I'm talking about college period. Just
Oh.
the level of, what's the word? I guess discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to be at on time to an 8 a.m.
You pick the
class.
classes.
When you pick the class, oh my goodness, you be sitting here like, hey, can I reschedule? No, you can't
Right.
reschedule because you put it on your schedule already. Do your thing.
I'm already knowing.
Ooh, that in itself, discipline, self discipline by itself, another factor of
Oh
wealth.
yeah,
Absolutely.
most important.
So yeah, you guys, please share, 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 share. You see in the comments over there, King.
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool,
Well,
cool.
well.
Just want to make sure that everybody can see everything.
Oh yes.
So yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Mr. King.
Ah. Well, yes. I'm a man, so multitasking isn't the easiest thing. But all in all, though.
Hey, men said it. Men said it. Time out. I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
But yeah, something about myself. I've been doing music for since I was 12 years old. Started writing. I'm a student of music, hip
Okay.
hop in general, but just any musician, artist, like I like to study,
Girl.
and like because it helps me with my process, my creative process. But
Right.
I also went to college and graduated, and after I went to graduate school because after I graduated college, I didn't necessarily know what it is that I wanted to do just yet. So I
Mm.
stayed an extra semester to give myself more time to figure out, like, all right, like, oh snap, because I was supposed to graduate a semester before what I actually did, but I
Right.
literally had no clue. And to make that decision not to go back home where I probably could have gotten in trouble, who knows? But I decided to give myself another semester, and then that turned into me going to graduate school right after, and that was a year in Orlando. I
Okay.
came back to Atlanta and started everything in 2016. Been going hard ever since. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay. So we got a response. Someone said wealth involves a bunch of things, including money, happiness, time, health, attitude, relationships, lifestyle, peace of mind, and any other thing you desire for what you view as a successful life. Well said, Miss
Yeah.
Nation, Alexis Nation. In order to be truly wealthy, one has to be happy and content in all key. Absolutely. I agree. I totally
Yeah,
agree.
right here.
That hit right there, didn't it?
100%. Nah, for real.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely. But she is spot on. It's not just one piece of happiness. It's all of it. It's oh that's okay, that's my sister. That's cute. Um it matters at the end of the day. If your health and your happiness, yes,
Mhm.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Oh, she dropping knowledge, just little bombs. Okay.
So
Okay.
it's the happiness that stuck out to me.
Absolutely. Because not
Happiness.
everybody out here is happy. Not everybody out here is happy. They're doing what they feel like they have to do to be wealthy in this lifestyle, but they don't realize you could be the richest man in the world and be miserable.
Right.
So it's not about money to me,
Yeah.
but to others, I
Yeah.
get why money is important. Money can help make you happy.
Right.
It can, take you on those trips. It can do this, it can do that. But once money loses its value, what do you have?
What are you left with?
What are you left with?
And it's like the you have to be happy. Like, a
Absolutely.
lot of people don't have that because they don't know self. They don't know who they are.
And a lot of people have a good, what they call it, game face. You will never know they're going through something until something happens.
Right.
Like a perfect example, Robin Williams. I did not expect him to leave this earth as soon as he did, because he made so many people happy, you
Right.
know? And he looked like just a genuinely happy human being. But underneath that smile, he was depressed. He was not happy. He was, he was dealing with a lot of dark things. You never know, That's the end. That's all that really matters. You never know. So treating everyone the way that you need, treating others the way you need to be treated. Hold on, I'm multitasking. Apparently, I can't multitask today.
Hey.
But just treating others the way you want to be treated, and being just happy overall and positive, not even just happiness, positivity. Positivity it seeps through pores, So being able to spread a little bit of positivity can help lead someone on that right path of happiness, or that right path of wealth. Sorry. All right. So we getting shares. There we go. We getting shares.
I was able to get to it.
Yeah. I put it in. I'm putting it everywhere. So what is wealth? Hi, Robin. And I didn't miss you out. What is wealth? Come on, guys. Come on. Trying to give some people some time to come into the. But just a little background on me.
Yes,
I
please.
too should have gone to school for music, but uh, I chose biology instead, and that was more so because of a lifelong dream of being able to help the youth. Just looking at different shows and different commercials really jacked me up in the early days. But the commercial where you saw like the babies in Africa was starving and stuff like that. That really, no, seriously, and that really took to me. And I remember just being at 5. Mom, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a baby doctor. She was like, you want to be a pediatrician? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. And when I tell you, I strived for that. And then I got to college and I realized there's so many more ways that you can help them out. You don't necessarily have to be a doctor. You don't necessarily have to have that PhD behind your name. Just being you by yourself and giving back to the community and doing different ways. That's your way of, you can spread it. You can spread the positivity. You can spread the wealth. You can spread all of that. So even though I got that biology under my belt, it wasn't necessarily my calling when I got finished.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to do, like I said, this right here, this one avenue that I have to giving back, as well as just my hair care business. It's not just hair care, it's hair therapy. I like to call it that, because when a customer sits in my chair, that is their floor to be able to get whatever they need off their chest. If they want to talk, if they just want to vibe, that's the experience that I provide. So that's just a little bit. I definitely, if I was to ever go back to college, I would go ahead and get my psychology degree. And that's because I have been known to give off a lot of good energy. So yeah, that's the breakdown of autumn without the poet on the end.
You really got a Y in your name. That's how you spell it.
No, no, no. I changed that when I was like 12. I'm not gonna lie. It's spelled the right way. I just changed it out of being different. I wanted to be,
How do you think?
extraordinary.
I like it. I like it. It's different. It's like the silent. The Y is silent.
Absolutely. The Y is silent. There you go. So yeah, this is very, very important to me. This overall, being able to just spread as much knowledge and wisdom as possible that was given to me. You never know who needs it. So,
Right. I agree.
so guys, back to that topic. What is wealth to you? I got one answer. I need more, because we can sit here and talk for the next 30 minutes. I want to hear from y'all. I want to see, what is wealth to you. What is that power of wealth for you? Because we named a couple of things: knowledge.
Mhm.
We named happiness. We named some people have named relationships, lifestyle, peace of mind. What's wealth to y'all?
Trying to see if posted.
Okay. So what does ah? So we got a question, and it wasn't the answer to my question, but what does Idris do? What do you do?
I make music. I'm a rapper. Um, how I would categorize it is uh so I used to rap from a place of heartbreak,
Mm-hmm.
depression, and then as I found that peace, which now is like I know is the wealth, it's like
Absolutely.
I was able to rap from a place of just wanting to manifest things, inspire people, and just make healthy music. So when I go back and listen to it, I remember exactly where I was, but also remember where I mean, like, no, like,
You came from.
yeah, and knowing like where I'm going, knowing that I'm on the right path, it's like, yo, I said that, and like I created it, and so
Right.
I know there's a stigma on rapper, and I would like to change
Break.
that by being a positive impact in my community, because I have a college degree, and
Okay.
you spoke on it about you got your degree in biology. I got
Mm-hmm.
my degree in business management, and so it's
Woo!
like, yeah, like doing the 9 to 5, it wasn't something that I could see myself doing, like being behind a desk,
Right.
because I felt like I could offer so much
So
more
much
to the
more.
world, and
Yeah.
so that's why I took my talents and went to graduate school for entertainment business, just because I wanted to know more about the business side of the entertainment business. So
Mm.
just like contracts, reading contracts, and it helped me on my journey these past 6 years. But
Okay.
that's what I do.
And someone said good health. That's another part of being wealthy. Absolutely. Now, when it comes to health, do you guys believe that just taking a day to go to the gym is a form of being healthy? I feel like being healthy in the wealth portion of it is a consistency. How you eat, how you sleep. Like, are you getting sleep? A lot of people don't realize sleep is very important in being healthy. Being able to do what you need to do starts with the mind. Absolutely. You got to get rest, because if you're not well rested, how can you produce to do anything, you know? So, do you feel like Miss Porter, Dawn, good health is just what it is, or is there a lot more to it? I feel like there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more balancing that you have to do. It's not just about physicality, it's about your mental health. A lot of people, like I said, are dealing with depression. A lot of people are dealing with anxiety. There's a lot of people are dealing with PTSD, and they don't know how to healthily handle those. Absolutely. That's what I wanted to see. It is a
Right,
lifestyle.
100.
Because absolutely. There we go. So, like I was saying, it deals with what you're doing and how you're doing it. Are you poisoning your body? Are you drinking every weekend? Are you, all of that stuff adds up factor wise into how healthy you can be overall, not just physically. Um, but that's dope though. Just that you decided to take your passion and go back to school for. A lot of people don't go back to school. They just figure out what they can figure out, in the streets, and you just get what you get. So definitely, in that aspect, do you feel like school helped you? Do you feel like school was necessary?
Um, if well, I feel like for me, with my children when I do have them that I won't force college on them just because yes it's necessary. I mean not saying it's necessary, but I feel like it should be a choice because there you can. For me, I didn't have a scholarship, so I had to take on the hit of loans and just you know my family like weren't as fortunate, so it was like just my bad. That's too much. So let me rephrase that. But so for me, like going to school, I'm glad I did it because it helped me learn more of who I was, being
Mm,
away from my parents,
not
and
having that influence.
right. And when I made that other leap to do the graduate school thing, which you couldn't have told me that in high school, like, yo, you gonna go to graduate school? I'd have been like, no, I'm not. Like after college, like I'm done. But I mean, after getting my degree, I'm done, my bachelor's. But I ended up uh the education is necessary, but not college. I agree 100%.
As long as you're learning, that's what
Yes.
matters.
I
You
was
don't
reading the
necessarily have to do it in the
comment.
classroom. I know I was reading it too. That's why.
Okay.
But
But it
I agree.
definitely helped me in ways that aside from the school aspect, like um taking math classes, and it helped me in ways that I'm very grateful for. I'm glad that I did it.
Right.
Would I go back and change anything? Like not go to college? No, I would definitely
I'd still
not
go.
change anything. You
Right.
say you still go, right?
I'd still go.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Now, school wise, would I have changed my school choice?
What?
Hey, I love my SSU. You feel me? Yeah, that's another story. But someone said there's a health mentally that is birthed by the things you encounter in college. Absolutely. It's something, it's called survival skills.
Mm,
A lot of us, come from not a lot of us come from a two-parent houthousehold, but just the household period of having that shoulder, that crush, that crutch to lean on.
right.
When you go to college, it's you, yourself, and you. You choose to go to college. You choose to go to school. You choose to get up. You choose to make a routine that fits you. You choose to get a job. You choose to do this. It's all survival skills. What are you for and what are you against? So I definitely agree with that mental health in college. It can either break you, it can make you, or it can break you. And
Right.
it's solely your choice on it breaking or making you. So definitely I agree with that. I man, like I said, I love my HBCUs. It's just the fact that we are thriving as a people. That's why I chose that school.
Right.
Um,
Beautiful.
but unfortunately,
Nah.
you know, with us comes a little bit of inconsistency and a little bit of unprofessionalism that I just did not. I couldn't hang. Yo, man, like I come from business minded people. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody in my business, everybody in my family, business owners of some sort. So when it comes to
Love
professionalism, oh, homie, you got to be on 15 for me.
it.
Okay. 'Cause, like I said, I love you, SSU. I appreciate you for just creating this fire and desire in my heart to be a boss.
Right.
But I can't tell you it was not a struggle. I cannot tell you that.
It definitely, I agree. It definitely was a struggle. Mine was like in the beginning, and I had to grow to appreciate it later on. But
Absolutely.
uh,
Finding
collateral,
mentors and ooh, man.
collateral beauty, collateral
Yeah,
beauty.
absolutely. And but still power to the people at the end of the day.
Yes.
115 years strong.
Mm.
So clearly they're doing something right.
100%.
But absolutely. Wealth is more mental. Wealth is more psychological. Wealth is more spiritual for me. If we're spiritually wealthy, and that's dealing with positivity, that's dealing with just your overall aura. When you're spiritually wealthy, There's nothing that you can't achieve
Mm,
because you already have the mindset that I can do this. Affirmations, it
right,
all matters, being able to speak things into existence. That's why they say, even in the Bible, it says life and death lie in the power of the tongue. So if you're speaking death, if you're speaking negativity on something, how could you expect something positive to grow out of that?
right,
So we got, do you see your learning journey as wealth? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anything that you can teach, you can be taught, whether it's positive or negative, however you take it, is still wealth because that's a certain piece of knowledge that you didn't have before. So just accepting it for what it is and using it as fuel to whatever you need in your life, if your livelihood, that's wealth. You're growing as an individual, you're growing as a person. So yes, I consider this learning journey a wealthy one because I get to go to sleep with new knowledge. I get to wake up with a new dream to chase after.
right.
So yeah.
It
But
definitely is. Uh, your learning journey definitely is wealth, 100%. I'm glad that I was able to just learn from my mistakes,
mhm.
that I made, and like be more aware of like, yo, I've been here before. This looks familiar,
Deja vu.
but it's different, but it looks so familiar. It feels familiar, and just making sure that I don't make the same mistake that I made before. That's why I really like playing chess, and I encourage
Again,
everybody to play chess.
absolutely.
It's deeper than just pieces on the board.
It's
It's
mental.
helping with your decision making and patience.
Parkinson's. Absolutely. So, okay, yeah, absolutely. Lessons to grow. We got more people responding.
Beautiful.
Love it, right? I love the interaction. Let's go. So we got a little bit of a surprise for you guys. Like I said, today we're doing things a little bit different. And he is not on here just to speak. We actually gonna let him bless the mic a couple of times while we on the live. So in about 2 minutes, I'll give
Give me.
you the stage.
Can't wait.
But absolutely, I do believe that lessons to grow are very important. They are. You have to go through something in order to learn something, in order to possess the knowledge from that moment of whatever you want to call it, lessons,
Right.
choices. It matters. It definitely matters. And don't forget to hit that share button, guys. I'm sharing, he's sharing, we all sharing.
Yep.
Don't forget to hit that share button. So, what is wealth? $1 million question. Absolutely. Well, all right, you guys. Like I said, we got a little surprise for you guys. So, without further ado, Idris,
Yes.
you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
That.
I just should I
Oh, got questions. There we go.
answer? Yes, I do have music out. Um, you can look me up on YouTube. Just type Idris French, just like Idris Elba, but I'm Idris French. I like to say that. Uh, but you can look it up on YouTube, Spotify, uh, Apple Music, Title, SoundCloud. I got music out. I got music videos as well. Uh, going hard 6 years. I better have something, right? Yes, that is correct. Idris French on YouTube. Yeah, and you can see the growth, see the growth, see the journey.
So how long have you been performing?
6 years.
Okay, you did this.
It was, so I say 6 years, but I said I started writing at 12 because 6 years ago is when I challenged myself to my family at Christmas. I told them that I was going to pursue music as an artist, and of course, some people looked at me like, "What are you talking
Mhm.
about?" Like, because I was considered as a shy person a lot, so it's just
Right.
to see me doing any of that. And so when my fault, I get
No,
sidetracked.
you not. Keep going.
But no, so when I made the announcement to them on Christmas, that's when I was still living in Orlando, still doing graduate school. And so when I had heard about open mics or something like that, I went out and I performed. That was my first time performing. And can I
Right.
share my experience about the first time I performed? Because it's hilarious in comparison to how I do it now. So my first time performing ever, it was an out of body experience.
Mm.
Because I never did it before, but it was like, to me, I was moving around the whole stage. But you go and look back, I was standing in one spot the whole time and like literally just like this, just saying my words. But
Fact.
I had to challenge myself though, and so yeah, six years from that day, 6 years, and
Okay. We got another question for you, and then we're gonna give you the mic.
outright.
What was your inspiration? What's the inspiration behind what you do?
The question is for both of you, Queen. You
Oh,
finish.
oh, me out there. All right. Um, I guess just as a child, I felt like there wasn't. Okay, so my inspiration on being the individual that I am, I've always been in the spotlight behind what my mother did or what my grandparents did. I was always singing background. I was always, but I'm not complaining, but there just came a time where the boss in me wanted to stand up and, take the spotlight just a little bit for herself. So when I got into college, I was singing. Always going to be a singer at heart, but it was something about the power behind my voice that just pushed me to just work more on spoken word rather than singing. Of course, I'd sing occasionally, but my voice was my power. My voice was my help, my wealth. You feel me? So, my inspiration is for everyone to find their voice. It's not just, following behind someone. Find you. Find what makes you tick. Find what makes you want to keep going. And this is this is part of it. This is part one of mine. So just a little brief synopsis. It's a little piece.
Beautiful. My inspiration behind what I do is literally, I think about I like to tell my team just the little boy or girl that probably grew up like you, because not all of us have the,
Perfect household.
thank you, as I could not find a word for it. It's like, but you come from such a hard place, like when you were younger, and you don't even realize how hard it was because you're just so young. You don't know, and it's good that you didn't know how hard it was actually. But it's like that little boy or girl. It's like I
Gotta grow up
do it.
eventually.
I do it for them. It's like
Absolutely.
because I want to be able to mentor them, relate to them, because I don't talk to any children as children. I
Right.
talk to them like I would talk to any of my peers, and but that's like with the utmost respect, 100%. But my inspiration is to try to help them, make it easier for them in the future. Like the things that I didn't know, I want to be able to give that to them. Like we were talking about earlier, financial literacy. Now it'd be tougher to like explain it to them, but find a way to make it fun to where it can like really like resonate with them, and then they're able to retain it, and then
Right.
to a place where it's like later on in life, like I remember when I don't know. They may call me Mr. French or something like
I'm
that.
dead. Not from Mexico. Hey, that's catchy though.
Yeah, it's catchy. But that's literally my inspiration. I want to leave a positive impact on not only our people but just the world. I definitely want to leave a positive impact.
And one step at a time.
Yep, one
One
step,
step
one
at a time. All right, Mr. Idris French. You gonna bless the mic real quick, real quick. 1 2 1 2.
day.
9.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Gang.
and so um, I wrote this song that I'm gonna share with y'all. Verse. I'm gonna share with y'all a verse. It was inspired from people always, well, the saying like give people their roses while they're
Mm,
still here. And so as an independent artist, sometimes it gets tough to, you get discouraged, you go through all these emotions, but but when you put out good energy and your intentions are pure,
you get it right
you
back.
have people hit you up at random times when you feeling like at a low place, and they say, "Hey, I was thinking of you today. Thank you for your music. Keep going." It's like messages like that lift me up. So I wrote this right here that I'm about to recite for y'all. Yellow butterflies, look in my mother's eyes. I know that I made it. Made my mama proud. Just congratulate me. I was working shifts on some hustle, driving Amazon, deliver packages at the warehouse. I was packing from AM to the PM, PM to the AM. My body was derailing on the track that I was heading, but my spirit wouldn't fail me. Mind over everything. I had a show preparing, rehearsing after long shifts, determined I was all in. Lost Dawn that summer, lost James as well. But that was much later. Yo, I'll talk about that later. Back to this paper. I sold my show out after after the performer got straight to recording. You may not get the chance or you may miss the moment. Don't trip. This is chance now. Congratulate me now. Yeah, congratulate me now.
Mm,
And so like I talked about 2020, I wrote that verse. In 2020 I lost both my grandparents, and I had to, normally I'm not vulnerable like that. Like just
mm.
talking regular, but I've been getting better at that. And so that's a bit what my music is like though. Just
Out of
yes,
inspiration.
yes, definitely. Congratulate me now. That's all it is. And like I hope y'all enjoyed that, by the way.
Snap, snap, snap.
But it's important to check on your friends. My mom literally just told me to check on a friend. Uh Sometimes you're not, you just so focused on where you're trying to get headed, where you're trying to get to, and you care about these people, but it's like I don't want to go out my ways. Like, I just want to stay focused, stay focused. I'll be able to talk to them, but you never know when your time is. So it's
Absolutely. That was our conversation from last week.
oh
Just
really?
best life. Absolutely. Today is, tomorrow's not promised.
Right.
So absolutely, if you get that little gut feel, that tingle, all right, I need to check on this person. Do it because
Right.
you never know what they're going through. You never know why God placed them on your mental to be able to reach out to them. So absolutely, I agree.
And I want to share. I was able to actually see both my grandparents before they passed, and it's like I just had like this feeling I never know, like when their time is coming.
Right.
And so one time I was in New Jersey, and well, no. Yeah, I was in New Jersey, but my grandpa Don, he was 2 hours away, and I rode my mom, leaving our family vacation to just to go see him one last time. I didn't know it was gonna be the last time, and I was able to go back to Pennsylvania to see my grandpa James one last time as well, and like just moments like that, I'm grateful for. I'm definitely grateful.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. And that in itself, just being at peace and being in that moment, that's a wealth factor as well. A lot of people don't know how to do that. They hold grudges. They don't really face their issues head on. Whereas giving you that opportunity to say your goodbye, You
Right.
don't know how much it affected you, and you don't know how much it affected the person who's about to leave, you know. I lost my grandmother last month,
Okay.
and I went to see her um, right before I got a text message that she passed. And I didn't recognize her. I didn't. Death had taken such a toll on her. I couldn't even cry. But I got to touch her hand one last time, wipe off a tear one last time, tell her I love her one last time. And I
Mhm.
went home at peace. You know, just being able to do that, peace is a definite will factor.
Yeah.
Definite. But understand, like I said, you did the right thing by going to say your goodbyes,
Yeah. Thank you.
going to make that mends. So definitely snaps to that as well. So we're gonna get you one more performance.
Right now.
Yep.
Okay. Um. So,
Bring it.
huh?
No, that's so
Oh,
sweet.
but with this one, this is actually one of my favorite tracks that I written, that I wrote, because it starts. It's the beginning of the journey that I started to get to this place of peace,
Mhm.
and everything that I talk about in the song, like I didn't have any of it, and I still don't have most of it that I talked about, but I wanted to speak it into
You're on
the
the way of
existence.
getting there.
Yeah, exactly. And so this song is called "To the Top," and you can play it, find it. It doesn't really. I don't care about numbers. I don't do it for the numbers. So I literally do it for the feeling. It feels good, right? And so, do you want me to perform it or read this question?
Perform first, and we'll answer that question.
Okay. Good morning. Tell my haters good morning. The ones that doubted good morning. Tell them good morning. Hey, it's only one place from the bottom. Good morning to the top, to the top. Good morning to the top, to the top. Good morning to the top, to the top, and we going to the top, to the top. Hey, something got me feeling right. Something got me feeling right. Wake up to this. Thank God I'm feeling rich. I know I'm going to win. No need stress again. Hey,
Mm.
now I got the money. Next, now I got the girl. Next, before she give me calls, no flex. She always give me smiles. That's next. Toast to them days when a brother used to beg. Yeah, I laugh bad now. Wasn't laugh bad then. It's left. Never gonna leave. And I'm always gonna be. And you're always gonna see. And I'm all you ever need. I
Mm.
used to hear the phone in the morning, but now I roll over. I tell my beautiful queen, hey, good morning. Hey, 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 good morning. Hey, 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 and we going. Hey, 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 where we going? Hey, there's only one place from the bottom. Good morning to the top, to the top. Good morning to the top, to the top.
Okay.
That's fun. I never did that acapella actually.
Hey, everybody worked though.
But yeah, definitely one of my favorite songs I ever written because it came from here, and I was in my darkest place ever when I wrote that. Literally.
Sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom to find that gem,
Mhm.
at the end of it all. So definitely good morning. Good morning.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So all right, we got a question. What is it that makes you guys happy and content where you are now in your growth and wealth?
Queen.
Great question. I guess just the fact that I know I'm moving forward. Um, there's never been a moment where I felt the pressure was too tough to keep going. I always understood that it takes pressure to make diamonds. and I shine pretty bright. So, in that noted, that in itself, just knowing that this pressure isn't just pressure to keep me bound, it's pressure to push me forward. Um, that's where I'm happy and content. And I control my universe. So, how I wake up in the morning is how my day will go. If I wake up on a bad note, my day is gonna go on a bad note. But if I wake up positive, listening to my NDIRE and blasting,
Fire.
from the top, exactly, brushing my teeth, making my bed, can't help but be positive and progressive from then on because you already set it in stone. You've already affirmed that today is going to be a good day just by how you woke up, just by how your energy is setting. So that is what makes me happy. Just knowing, even when I feel like I'm not going anywhere, I'm floating.
That's beautiful. For
Thank
me,
you.
it's uh, knowing that what makes me happy and content, knowing that I was able to touch many people in a positive way. Like for for a man, but now I changed that for just any person. Like what will your legacy be? Like when you're no longer
Mm,
here. And
right.
I know mine would be that I made people happy. I made people smile. I left a positive impact because my intentions were always to just be pure, just
Facts.
a pure being and trying to be better, just trying to be better. Like, did I try?
Absolutely.
That's what I ask myself about everything. Like, did I try? And I'm happy and content to know that I did do that. And so,
Right.
like,
You
when
try
my
and you fail. You try again
exactly,
and try again. So
and
absolutely.
and like, my bad. I'm trying to
Right.
yeah, with like right now where I am with my growth to wealth, uh is I'm for the people. Like literally I'm for the people. I know sometimes like I think about just self, but I
Mhm.
never do for self. I always do for my team, like regardless. Like
Absolutely.
I'm all for the people. Just a true humanitarian.
Something about you move different when you know you got people watching you. And I just like, even with that, like I'm the oldest of five kids. You feel
Mm,
me? So I'm always going to be that role model, that pusher, that pin pusher. You gotta just keep moving.
100%.
Show them that it's possible to keep moving, even when you feel like life just has you in a place of discomfort and just darkness. Keep moving, because eventually you'll stumble on some light somewhere. You'll stumble on a piece of something that you need to shine the light. You never know you buy a window until you feel around a little bit in the darkness. So just keep, of course, moving forward. And I guess my legacy, like I push it. I'm a advocate of love.
Mm,
So in any way, if anything I leave on this earth would be that love is powerful. Love conquers everything. And I mean, of course, it's one benefactor to being happy, but love is the factor for me.
right.
You know, it's beautiful. Love is beautiful. Love is complicated. Love is everything. Like I said, so
100%.
my legacy is love. My legacy is peace.
I love
And they're sharing. I love
it.
it. And, got that extra console over here. So what is wealth to you guys? What is it worth to you? What is your wealth? What is it? Down, 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 down. Oh, hey, First Lady. Hey there, First Lady. So the topic is, what is wealth to you? If you want to answer. So we got another question. Okay. She on it. How big is your support system to your growth as well as to you personally? Well, I am my support system, first and foremost.
Yeah.
If you can't support yourself. It's kind of difficult to receive support from anybody else. So just being able to push yourself personally for me is very important. It's very, very, very important. Because if I can't push myself, nobody can. It's the same thing as, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's in the same boat. You know, if I
Right.
can't do it, how can I expect someone to do it for me?
I love that.
So, um, so yeah, support is pretty strong. And of course, if you have those extra hands, that's just extra push, that's extra cushion, like my mother, my siblings. Um, but like I said, it starts within first. It starts within. Um, and that's just on my input. How do you feel about that? How big is your support system to you when it comes to your growth factor?
I'm definitely piggybacking off of what you said. Like it starts with self. Like but I feel like I mentioned this earlier where it's like the messages came out of like nowhere, like literally when I'm like down.
Mm,
But it's like me, like you, gonna have to put in the work early on to be
absolutely.
able to have that like really mean something when they do hit you up when you're like down low and you did all this work. It's like nothing is working. And it comes out of nowhere every time. It comes out of nowhere. But support system is really important to the growth. Is really important. Like when you talk about mom, if I ain't have my mom like supporting me like how she does,
Man.
believe it or not, I'll share this. I don't know if she'll approve it, but she was one of the people saying like, "What is this boy talking about? He's gonna be doing music." Like,
I
not saying
thought you
she
went to
was
school
doubting
for
me.
this.
Like, she was doubting me, but she's still like, regardless of how she felt about it, biggest supporter, no matter what, and like
Absolutely.
love, the unconditional love, like that's one of the most beautiful things like in this world to me.
Absolutely.
Unconditional love, I love
Absolutely.
it.
Shout out to mama. Dear
Yeah.
mama.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I love it though. That was a good question.
That was a fantastic question.
Yeah. It's
She on a
really
roll, boy. I tell you, I think
yeah.
we ain't got
Of
good
course.
questions from this chick.
Man, look, when I was dealing with depression, I turned to my people that I was close with, which is my support system, and I told them what I was dealing with because I
Mhm.
knew one thing, whether it was a joke or not, to fight depression, you have to accept the fact that you're dealing with it. It's like that's the first step.
5 stages.
Yeah.
Yup.
So I know.
Psychology. Thank you.
I actually took psychology as well. I probably that's
And
where I know it from.
that's where my passion for it came from. I
Mhm.
took it, I think, my freshman year, and just being able to sit there and dissect different levels of the mind, it intrigued me.
Mm.
So, uh, what? And then my grandmother, my adopted grandmother,
Okay.
is a psychiatrist slash counselor. So yeah, man, the way the mind works is fantastic. And when you can
Powerful.
sit there and you can dissect that thing, boy, you be sitting here like, I did not know that. Okay. Well, that's how, okay, everything's starting to add up. All right, cool. That's why I want to go. That's why I said, like, if I was to go back to college, that would be for
Do you
psychology.
would you consider going back?
I've considered it. But right now everything is just moving forward with my business and just mentally, just how I move. It's everything is starting to expand. So
Right.
before I settle down and buckle back down on that train, let me make sure I got everything in order because school ain't no joke, boy. Oh Lord.
Hey, gotta fall in love with it, you know?
Oof, and that was a hard fall too, because it was
Yeah.
like one moment it was good, and then the next moment you're like, "What in the world is
Mm.
this?" Yeah, I'll go home, But no, you got to keep going,
Right.
keep going. So, what makes you continue to climb that ladder? My hope is my hope and my desire to see you know, the completed piece that I get to touch at the end of the day. Like, that's why I guess I'm so family oriented. That legacy of love is gonna go far. You
Yeah,
know, it's not something that like I physically built with my bare hands, but it's something that I pushed with my heart and I pushed with my soul. So that in itself is gonna soar. It's going to soar, and I can't wait to see the fruits of that labor. That's what makes me keep going. I want to see that completed piece
that
at the
is. I love that answer. I really do. I really do. Like I spend Christmas with a particular family every year. Like particular family, my family every year. Like in different places. We might go to Charlotte. We might go to
Mhm.
Pennsylvania, New York. But we meet up every year, and like that's why I love Christmas so much. Is because of the family. Like that's real like love. And now we have little cousins that are
Mhm.
adorable.
Everybody done got grown and had kids. And we sitting here like, what did, okay, cool.
It's going to be surreal when my time comes,
What? Oh my gosh.
but
And whew, I feel that one. I feel that one. They're gonna be like, what? All them got kids. What?
right.
Just wait.
But to answer the question, to piggyback off of that, um, what makes me continue to climb it is the saying, "You came too far to turn back now." It's
Mm,
like I feel like I put in way too much work, just the dedication, like to turn back now. Even at a time when, like right now, I have yet to start my next project, just because it's like I like to be in the mental space to be able to do it. It's like I'm not the type to just grab anything and just write. I like to live with the beat. I marry it, so
mm,
it's like it's more of a process for me. Like just I feel like it's just disrespectful, if I just stop. So
right.
like you got to keep going. And so
Abs-
for me, it's like 6 years. I kind of knew that I wanted to do this when I was 12 years old. That little man, um, that people call shy, like judge the book by its cover, just seemed like I was
mm,
timid. It's like I want that little boy that might be similar to me, that people think is timid and everything. I want to give him a chance because nobody gave me a chance.
I know
I
that's
was
right.
like, I want to create that opportunity, so that's why I keep climbing that ladder of growth, because I want to get to that place. Like, yo,
If
I
I
used
can do it, you can do it. What's stopping you?
you said
That's it.
it.
That's it.
I
If
got
I
you.
can do it, so can you, little buddy.
Mhm.
And I guess that at the end of the day, like it's that inner child that I want to make sure is just the happiest thing in the world. You
Yes,
know, that person who felt like she couldn't do it.
right.
Let me show you. You can do it and then some.
Like Quinn, I'm rooting for you.
Rue, like, so absolutely, absolutely. What is wealth to you? What is wealth? Self love, self wealth, self health. What is it? I mean, look at all of these little. I'm loving the comments today, guys. Come on, y'all.
Hey, you know what I like. You know what I like to say when anything I do, I don't like to put little in there, because
Mm-mm.
anything I do is major.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been real.
So I was going to check you on that. Like, hey, like nothing you do is little. These is big comments right here. These is big
Facts,
interactions. Big.
facts. I guess
See,
I can drop you guys just a little love, well, a piece. I'm over here. I don't get to do this often, but it goes into it goes into what we're talking about, just about your self-worth and what is wealth to you. One thing that I experienced in college was growing pains, because you know when it's time for you to make that exit, when it's time for you to push forward, when it's time to make that step out. And a lot of people don't like to accept the growing pains for what they are. they try and misconstrue it, and then they, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. No, you're supposed to be here, but what are you supposed to be doing while you're here, you know?
Right.
So got a little personal for me, but this is my growing pains. This is the piece that I got for you. You know what? I'm over it. I'm done with the confusion and wanting to be accepted in this campus. Don't even get me started. But my heart hurts every time I think about the fact that I placed myself here. I chose this path. I broke the glass of no possibilities because it was all I had. And my hope and faith was that I believed that anywhere I could chase my dreams. But see, God will cause some insane discomfort and discontent when you're not in your rightful position. And I plead the fifth. When these demons started making their presence known, I ignored them and stepped over them like stepping stones, but maybe that was God trying to get my attention and letting me know that there was a dead end within the mist. And my growth was surpassing the place that I had been in for quite some time, growing pains. See, I believe that love conquers all, and that if you give your all, nothing can fall or stall your movements, but boy, was I wrong. Sometimes you got to get a little nice nasty. And most importantly, keep it classy when dealing with folks who have the audacity to try the tenacity of your values and beliefs. But all I can, and I can give credit when it's due. Being in this place, in this empty space, I've learned that. Next. See, my growing pains increased when I felt the energy shift and the self-discipline to keep everything moving no longer existed. And I, being the caring individual that I am, personally stuck my neck out to close the gap that has been created, only to mistakenly hang myself in front of the people who have hated me from the beginning. Always, people who have always told me to stay in my place. But see, I'm a daredevil, you see. I'm a queen looking for her place and thought she had found it until those growing pains kicked in. But till until the people that she believed she needed revealed their true skin. And then I realized that it is a true queen, a true leader, never travels in packs. So due to that fact of not just keep, hold on, y'all can see for a minute. I'm gonna rewind that. See, as a queen, looking for her place and thought she had found it until those growing pains kicked in, until the people that she believed she needed revealed their true skin. But then I realized that as a true queen, a true leader never travels in packs, due to the fact that not everyone can keep up with her tracks. And that's when I accepted that my journey here just ended. And instead of just letting my doves cry, I dried my wings. So now when it's time to fly, I can, and I will. See, I no longer care about leading a pack because I'm a loner. But that's when I do my best work. And these pains, they'll cease eventually. But in the meantime, there'll be my divine sign of getting to move on it. See, I truly appreciate this journey, I truly appreciate this journey I've taken so far, but now it's time for me to switch up the scenery just to see how far my dreams can take me. Word. I was part of Word on campus. If you might have known about them. You went to some.
I know about it.
I was yeah.
Right.
But that was my farewell to Savannah State. That was my farewell to everything. And that was my step into becoming who I am now. My peace of mind was very important. My just peace overall was important. My self-infliction was very important. These are all wealth tips, guys. So when you get to that point of where it's just like, all right, something's got to change. Are you going to change with it? Or are you just saying something's got to change just to get attention? My growing pains pushed me to make the move that I needed to make to be where I am right now. And I don't regret it. So, hey,
Yeah.
I'm wealthy now. Like, it's different when you pushing on that self, that self control, that self energy. You know, if you can't make your own energy, you're not going to be wealthy. If you can't recreate or regenerate a positive energy within yourself, you can't be wealthy. So, you know, growing pains, guys.
No, that was fire. That was fire.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Seriously. No, seriously.
Appreciate it. And that is all that we have for y'all today. So what is your wealth piece? What is your wealth? What is wealth for you? What does wealth mean to you? And just because the chat, the live ends doesn't mean y'all can't continue to, spin your little love nuggets. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
No, you said it. Look
Even
at
though I
that
was rusty,
time.
y'all, like for real. I haven't read that. I haven't done that piece in so long. But you never know where you
More.
go until you understood where you've been. And that was my
Alexis Moore said we want more. I agree.
I don't have anything else that is on this specific topic. But if y'all come back next week, I might be able to, sprinkle a little dab in y'all. But once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to Vibing with Autumn Le Poete. And we thank you once again to our guest speaker, our guest artist, the Idris French. Y'all, please go check him out on YouTube, Instagram. Do you have are you like, what all do you have?
Yeah, I have Instagram, YouTube. Uh, I guess yeah. Instagram, you can find me at the real Idris French, and then YouTube. Actually, the funny thing about my YouTube, I don't actually know the name of it. So just go to
Oh,
Instagram. You can find everything. One stop shop right there. But I'm not big on like promoting that stuff because there's so much negativity there. But just being able to have a conversation with you right now is like everything. So
fire,
about that.
right?
I'm pleased about that.
Absolutely. So we will see you guys next week. Y'all better be tuned. Y'all better hit that share button because you never know who might pop up next week. So once again, love you guys and we'll see y'all next week.
Love.
Peace.